We decided to just send a note out to the folks and said, let's get together for a beer and talk about this year's ride because we're coming up soon.
Each year for the last 19 years, riders have undertaken the 600-kilometer charity bike challenge starting in Toronto all the way to Montreal. That's almost 3 days of riding. Their goal? To hopefully raise $200,000 for research into childhood cancers for both the Montreal Children's Hospital and the Toronto Sick Kids Hospital. Right now, riders and volunteers and organizers are getting together in order to prepare for the 20th edition of the 401 Challenge.
My uncle was diagnosed with cancer when he was in his 40s. It affects everybody you know. And if we can eradicate that disease or at least help people to get through it easier, I think that will be a really good plus for society. That's why I'm doing it, and I continue to do it.
My mom was diagnosed with cancer before I was born. So it's a cause that's very meaningful for us, cancer research. So it's nice to be able to know that we can play a small part in advancing research and trying to make kids' lives with cancer a little bit better.
According to the Canadian Cancer Society, in 2024, each day an average of 240 Canadians died from cancer, with another 675 receiving a diagnosis. That's exactly what motivated James Piccoli to start the 401 Challenge after his wife, the mother of James, survived her battle with cancer.
We decided it was time to align my love of cycling with sort of giving back to the community. So we decided, we talked about it, we said, well, let's do a ride from Toronto to Montreal, something that'll capture, the imagination of a lot or inspire a lot of people to join us.
The bike challenge starts in Toronto, and for those choosing the 3-day classic ride, the first day begins with almost 200 kilometers, then 265 kilometers on the second day, and 130 on day 3.
We pull together and just generally enjoying everything. Hopefully we don't get the rain or the winds, but it's always been a good memory, and I love being out on the road.
The arrival is really nice. The moment when we all roll in together to the Montreal Children's and all get to celebrate as a group and and enjoy the experience of having done this trek together, and that's a really special moment.
The event takes place this August, and riders looking to do the 3-day classic ride need to fundraise at least $3,500, while $1,000 is required for the 1-day ride from Cornwall to Montreal. All of that money going towards equipment or cancer research for children battling cancer.
Some of our riders exceed the minimums, and we have raised, I think, over 20 years, or 19 years I should say, we've raised cumulatively about $3.1 million.
Cheers! In Montreal, Corinne Boyer, City News.